these guys also found in their opener a week ago. So we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And you look at this Saints defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From midfield now, Burrow. Throw inside complete. That's Gonzalez. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Bengals had 0-1 in the year following a loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go.
Now Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Brown. He is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals will jump on top of the game's 1st score here this afternoon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Saints now for their 1st drive. Quarterback now in his his third season in the league.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. This one taken in by Olave. Here's 3rd and 3. Rattler wants to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on the final play of this first quarter. Demetrius Knight buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation.
Trey Hendrickson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
An inside give, Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 30.
Five-yard line. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being... just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Right back to Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third and goal. Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kevontae Turpin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's Burrow. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short of the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's third and a few inches.
Here we go.
Handing it off to Brown. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Throwing is Rattler. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. To the air is Rattler. And incomplete on a deep ball. Jake Camarda sent on that to punt this away. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And he's up past the... Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yeah, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here's Rattler. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now back to throw. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can be wrong here at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 3. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, 44 yards. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Here we go, set.
Rattler working out of the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go into the century mark.
Oh, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get into the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, this is Brown. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Cincinnati.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the shotgun, Rattler. He lets it go deep for Olave. And it's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And it's incomplete. But now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces.